Hello there, my name is Janet. Welcome to this lesson, and in this lesson we are going to do a little bit of revision from paper 1 oral skills. And our first part, read the poem below and then answer the questions that follow. Her lips circle the nipples, milk bubbles, foams and ripples, little hands up in the hair, catch on the mother's air, sweet sensation rises in pressure. Tiny legs kick with pleasure. Sleep comes gently and strong. Sleep whispers softly and long. That is the poem. Please go back to the poem, read it and understand it. Then we come to the questions. Our first question, identify any two pairs of rhyming words in the poem. Now, when we're talking about rhyming words, of course, you know that when the last syllables in the poem have the same sound, then those words they rhyme. For example, the word and away and day, they have the same sound, and so those are what we call rhyming words. Let us go back to the poem. We have nipples and ripples, they rhyme. We also have in the same on the same first part, air and hair, they also rhyme. Those that is another pair of rhyming words. And we have strong and long. Those are the pairs of the rhyming words in this poem. We also have pressure and pleasure. We have not identified that. Part 2, number 2, identify one major sound pattern in the poem. We have alliteration, and alliteration is simply the repetition of the same consonant sound at the beginning of words when those words follow each other closely. Give two examples of the above sound pattern. We have sweet sensation sounds. Now, here the word S, or the sound S, is bringing about alliteration. Sleep whispers softly, again S and S. How would you perform the last two lines of the poem? How would you perform the last two lines of the poem? I would dramatize by lowering my tone. I would also say it in a slow pace to create the onset of the approaching sleep. B. Suppose you are asked to make a speech at a friend's graduation party. What would you do to capture the audience attention? Now, 1. Maintain eye contact. Adopt a posture that is authoritative because this might elicit a positive response. Do something unexpected like referring to a specific person by name without embarrassing them. Begin your speech by clearing your throat. Clap or ring a bell. Begin by telling a joke. Begin with a famous quotation or even a proverb. Greet the audience and sing a relevant chorus. Part C, we have a challenger here. Two Europeans peeping through the window, and the response is mucus. Classify the above genre. Of course, we know it is a riddle because we have the challenger here. Now, we all know that in a riddle we have the challenger and the respondent. Now, the challenger has given a question and the respondent has given the response. It is mucus. Identify and illustrate the most outstanding stylistic device used in the above genre. It is personification. Give two functions of the above genre. 1. They are used to entertain. Riddles help the child in language acquisition, and they are used to help the child to appreciate and learn about his or her environment, and also they help to sharpen the wit of the brain. Number C. The following is a conversation between a father and his daughter. Identify 6 shortcomings in the father's listening skills. We begin with the daughter. Shortly after having arrived home from school. Good afternoon, Daddy. The father, sitting complacently in the sofa reading a newspaper, looking up. Good afternoon, resumes reading, holding her school report from Daddy. I'm excited. My class teacher said I was the best improved. I was. Oh, you were? Me? I used to be number one. I was absolutely unbeatable. And to the daughter's part, chemistry has been a particular headache. Now looking at the report from which which throughout our father would want to see, but this time father, stretching his arms, looking preoccupied. Chemistry for me was particularly easy. I never scored anything less than 90%. Dad, I was going to tell you that this time, absent-mindedly, by the way, where is your mom? Mom is in the garden picking vegetables, but Dad, you are not listening to my story. I was telling you about chemistry. You mean you have a story about chemistry? Chemistry is not about stories, it is hard science. It's about my improvement. The father laughing. Me, it wasn't a matter of improvement. I was always at the top of the class. Daddy, I give up. You are not listening. Look, father looking surprised. Listening? I heard you. You were talking about improvement in chemistry, weren't you? Anyway, Dad, thank you for paying attention. Enjoy your newspaper. Father, oh yes, I'm reading an interesting story about politics. Now the shortcomings, the following are the shortcomings. One, the father does not prepare to listen. That is, he does not adapt a listening posture. He interrupts severally, like when he says, does not adhere to the turn taking, that is, he does not adhere to the turn taking rules. Before even the daughters are finishes his conversation, we are told that the father interrupts. He is not emphatic, that is, he does not put himself in the shoes of his daughter in order to appreciate where she is coming from. He is full of self importance and self praise. When he says him he used to score this and this, it was not a matter of improvement, it was a matter of coming first position, and this prevents him from reaching out to his daughter. He is absent minded. He changes the topic abruptly, thus interrupting the flow of the conversation. He has preconceived ideas about chemistry. He does not give the daughter a chance to explain herself, and he is unwilling to see his own shortcomings as far as listening skills are concerned. Like he says, I heard you, he believes he was listening. And lastly, he is so insensitive. He does not realize he has hurt his daughter by not listening to her. Thank you so much for watching these oral skills revision questions, and I hope this will help you improve on your English. If you find this video useful to you, kindly remember to subscribe and please share it.